Welcome to Taipei Scooter Style Video 6, Tianmu, Taipei's foreign ghetto. On this ride we're heading north to the area of Taipei called Tianmu. A lot of foreigners, foreign residents of Taipei live in Tianmu. And there's an MRT station just on the left at this intersection here. This is the Zhishan station. And on the right is Zhongzhen Park. There's so many foreigners, I think, in Tianmu because it used to be where the Americans who were based here, either with the Army or the Air Force, used to have their housing. But now it's just an upscale neighborhood, so you can see there's a BMW dealership on the right, and on the left, Sogo department store. Now, watching this video now, I noticed this guy in this crimson shirt ahead of me, and at the time I really wasn't paying much attention to him, but we do seem to be jamming along Zhongshan North Road in unison. You can see he's using his blinkers sometimes when he changes from lane to lane, or sometimes when he just goes around someone he uses it. To me, it doesn't seem very purposeful. He's doing it so quickly, I can't imagine anybody's really benefiting from him hitting that turn indicator half a second before he swerves around someone. You can see he's staying to the right more, whereas I would hang on the that. That black car he just passed might have been turning to the right, so I would have stayed on the left. You can see now he's jumping back into the center and made this van hit the brakes, thinking he was going to jump out into their lane. You can see hanging to the left keeps me away from most of the cars that are pulling to the right. Although at this intersection I do go to the right of that black van. And now you can see the traffic lined up. But on a scooter, you can pretty much get around those things. Coming up to a landmark in Tianmu, which is Letitia's coffee shop on the right there next to the Subway sandwich restaurant. A lot of traffic pulling to the left, so here I'm threading the needle heading up the center line, waiting for that scooter with the big cargo carrier on his back to move to the left while I zoom on ahead on the right. And coming up ahead here on the right is a large building. That's the Taipei American School. It's a K through 12 school for American passport holders. It's about $35,000 a year tuition, so it's a upscale education choice. This is the cross of Tianmu West and East roads at Zhongshan North Road. There's a flea market here on the weekends in that park on the right and on the left. People be selling used goods. This is Zhongshan North Road section 7, getting right to the top of Zhongshan. So there's a lot of buses coming up here. They turn around at the traffic circle up here and then head back down into the city. So pretty good bus connections in Tianmu. Another 7-Eleven. They're all over the city. And you can't really tell, but we're heading uphill there. Look at that school bus there. That is for a private school. Maybe a kindergarten, maybe a language school. And they're yellow with those red stripes on them. You'll see several of those buses on this video. Since it's 6 or 6:30, a lot of kids are coming home from school at about this time. Now I'm going to be pulling over to this convenience store to get a beverage before I head up the mountain. This is a High Life. And you can see there's a guy who has just ridden his bike up the hill and he's sitting there enjoying the night, taking a photograph. That was pretty much the last convenience store before I head up the mountain, so if you want to pick up anything on the way, that's the way to go. So now pulling back into traffic, try to avoid that jogger. I go past the police station, the fire department, and in a moment I'm going to turn left here on this narrow road. And yes, it is narrow, especially when guys like that are taking the whole lane for themselves. I don't know if you can hear me curse through my helmet there, but I was definitely tossing a few choice words. Going down this road, gonna cut through a housing community. And this road used to be private. They used to stop everybody from coming through here unless they were residents. And I think someone complained, so now everybody can drive through. There's another one of those private school buses. Go over a sleeping policeman, a little speed bump there. It's actually pretty hard to wind through this neighborhood if you don't know where you're going. It took me a while to learn this. I had someone introduce it to me. But you can cut through this community and avoid a lot of red lights and quite a bit of traffic on the other road, which is Xingyi. So right now I'm sort of paralleling Xingyi and then coming up to it. I'm going to turn on to it in a moment. This is the back gate of the community that I'm in. And this used to be right there, that gate on the left used to be down, but since people have complained, finally now the road is open, the gate is always up. A couple of undeveloped pieces of land here. I'm sure someday there's going to be some nice housing on those properties on the right and the left. Turning onto Xingyi here, and there's a lot of hot springs in this mountain because of the volcanic activity. And driving up this road, you really smell the sulfur smell, quite strong. And these are hot spring resorts on either side of the road. Popular with couples, really for day use. Don't think there's any hotels right there, although maybe a couple. People come up in the evening, have a hot spring, and enjoy a dinner. So just going up this hill, a few last turns, and I get to this intersection. On the right, it's going to Yangmingshan National Park. And I'm going to be going to the left here. And then pulling up this road. We're actually heading into a cemetery now. And nice road, not much traffic. Good surface. But the one thing to watch out for on this road is the dogs. In fact, there are approximately, well, I should say at least 200 dogs living in this cemetery. And they are fed by Good Samaritans who come out in the afternoons and put down food. So you'll often see dogs on the road, certainly before 4:30, but sometimes after. They just hang out on the road because they live in the neighborhood. Lots of dogs. Stray dogs. Taipei's national animal. This is in the cemetery. You can see there is a pagoda for ashes, human remains. On the right there in front is Yangmingshan. You can see the mountains. It's a beautiful place. But I'm going to be going to the left. Just taking this quick turn here and enjoying the sunset. We're looking west right now. And there you can see the sunset. That's Guanyin Mountain off in the distance. And that's Beito down below us, another hot spring resort area. And it's a beautiful day to watch the sunset. So thanks for watching Taipei Scooter Style Video 6.